Hey there, I'm Casey. Welcome to my garden in Tampa Zone 10A. Today is August 15th, 2025, and this is our garden walkthrough video. Check it out. Alright, so here we go. In the front, we have this huge cedar tree. So we planted a seedling for a mango a few years ago, and we've been trying to top work it, and they've not been working. But finally, it's working. So now this is Pina Colada. Very excited. You want to make sure that you prune your mangoes by the end of the month. So we've been pruning our mangoes. So that is orange sherbet. We've got like 10 or 15 fruit off of it this year. We planted this month. This is a tropical apricot. And you can see the Sri Lankan weevils. Love it. Got canna. They're blooming everywhere. It's a great way to bring color to the garden. The loquat is not flowering yet. I see a lot of people have their loquat flowering. This is our super prolific soursop, and it's under a shade cloth. We have a peanut butter fruit, and we are propagating it to sell in our nursery. And this plant gives you these little berries, and they will turn like this translucent, and then yeah, they taste like peanut butter. So here's a peanut butter fruit, and the skin is not palatable, but the fruit tastes just like peanut butter. Yeah, it has like a super nutty taste to it. The skin is not that palatable, but it's pretty good. It tastes just like nuts, just like a organic, natural peanut butter. And that is kind of closing off that trail. And next to it, this is Florigon. We got a lot of fruit off of Florigon this year. Next to the orange sherbet in the front, we have sugarcane as a living fence, and then we have Ooh La La or Super Haas. Avocado is loaded in fruit. And then when we planted our avocados, we chose them based off of their harvest time. So we should have avocados about 10 months out of the year. So if you want to see when the harvest times of our avocados, you can go ahead and check that video out. It's not very long. Next to it, we have moringa. Moringa is very fast growing. We keep it pruned pretty heavily, and we plant it as a pioneer tree over our jaboticaba. Jaboticabas do not like a lot of sun. We have katuk, a double grafted mulberry, more canna, and a blackberry jam fruit. Yeah, it has more flowers on it. So this has little yellow fruit, or they'll turn yellow, and the inside of them has a texture and a taste like blackberry jam. And then we have chaya, and then this is our Venus mango. We had one mango on it left, but a critter came and got it. So now we're just leaving it on the ground. As you can see, it's feeding the bees. Next to our Venus, we have our jackfruit. This is my one, and it's flowered pretty much all year, but we have not had any fruit on it. And then under it, we have Amistad salvia and some orchids. This is grown a lot. This is the Thai gold papaya. And then we pruned heavily the Barbados cherry. And then down this trail, we planted the giant passion fruit, the real one. And you can see we're also air layering it to share it with other people. And on the ground, we have different types of blackberries. And they just popped up pretty quickly. We didn't have any blackberries this year. And these bananas are Grand Nain and Dwarf Cavendish. And there are some bananas back there. And there's another rack. In the corner we have black sapote. This is the Reineke variety. And all along there is blue sky vine. Oh, it's flowering. So it makes these long panicles of these flowers, and they like glow in the dark at night. Very vigorous though. Here we have a governor's plum. In this back corner there's some blueberries, but they don't look really well now. But we have a pomegranate. So this is the Vietnamese pomegranate, not the wonderful. And so it's our first time growing it, so we're excited to see what it tastes like and stuff. It's the only one that grows here, and it is quite prolific. There's a bunch of fruit on it, and it's still flowering, and we're air layering it to sell in the nursery. And we have a fig. This is Violet de Bordeaux. There's Senna alata. I love this. It's king of the food forest, medicinal for skin problems, and it's a host plant for sulfur butterfly. Here we have Honeykiss mango. Honeykiss was loaded this year. We had like 40 fruit off it, no kidding. Oh, there's these little skippers everywhere in the garden. I wonder what their host plant is. Next to Honeykiss, this is lemon meringue. Lemon meringue is so delicious. But yeah, they all got pruned at the end about a month ago and tipping them. Underneath here, under the shade cloth, this is bloodleaf, and it hates the sun, but it's so pretty. And a Groomy Chama. This is the painter's cherry lata. Looks like the leaf hopper. Yep, looks like the leaf hoppers are back. You can tell that this is a pest because it's not symmetrical. Anyway, I have a whole video on that. You can check that out about the Anono leaf hopper. We've got fire spike. Brings in a lot of butterflies and bees and hummingbirds. This is the black Suriname cherry. And then up here is, and this is the Nam Doc banana. It's really tall. It's like 20 feet, but it's the best banana. Before we go into the backyard, we have a butterscotch sapodilla, and she's loaded in fruit. Alright, let's go to the backyard. The ayahuasca. We have another jaboticaba. Oh, there's a bunch of things flowering, I see. So in the front we have a different type of fire spike. This is 10 years old. A lot of the plants, well, not a lot, some of the plants are 10 years old. The garden started 10 years ago. We've got some orchids under there. None of them are blooming. And then next to the fire bush we have sapphire showers, or golden dewdrop, because it makes these little golden seed pods. Got salvia on the ground. This is blackberry iris. This is coconut cream mango. Got a bunch off of this year. Need to get in here and clean this up a little bit. This is noni. And you can see he's got some fruit. Back there is a hibiscus. This is cestrum. So pretty. That is a pink guava, more fire bush, and salvia. This is a triple grafted mulberry tree. And you can see, this is our third crop. So this variety is Chiang Mai. There's a bunch over there. And then Ariel pointed out yesterday that, oh, he does. I might have to get a different angle. But there's fruit on Skinner as well. This mango is M4. Not quite open yet, but underneath the mulberry, this hibiscus. Oh, and then there's like plumbago back there too. On this island, we have our pond that we made, and there is a China jackfruit, and moringa was a pioneer again to protect the young trees. And then this is fruit punch, another mango. Got a bunch of mangoes off that this year. And then beneath fruit punch are grocery store pineapples that we've been growing for a few years. Our China did not give us any flowers this year. And this is Silas Wood Sapodilla. It's almost ready. So you might see that brown powder on the sapodilla, and that's simply just azomite because we fed the garden before the rain came, and azomite helps just build the soil up a little bit. We have our powder puff, and behind it or underneath that is achacha, and there is another sapodilla back there, morena, I think, and she's getting annihilated with all of these white flies. So it is definitely white fly season. None of the orchids are blooming. Oh, but this is. I call it fireball mallow. It's also called like Chinese lantern. Oh, the cecropia. We replaced our cecropia. We dug up. This was a Jamaican cherry, and we replaced that because it's a novelty fruit. We replaced it with a real cecropia peltata or gummy worms fruit. This is a monkey jack, and back here we have sugar cane. There's passion fruit, that is pina colada as well as orange essence. We have another mulberry. This is world's best, and this is our third or fourth crop with this one as well. Some of the orchids are going to flower, but they're not flowering yet. We have fire spikes. This is my favorite. This is Chinese perfume. And again, like all the other things, we've been air layering it to sell in the garden or sell in the nursery. This vine back here is Dutchman's pipe vine as well as Dioscorea alata, which is an invasive yam. But this brings in that was the Polydamas butterfly, and I'm trying to find its caterpillars. Oh, there they are. So this is a host plant. So we cut it back pretty hard a few times a year. We grow it to bring this guy in. Oh, here's some eggs. And there's a wasp hunting for the eggs and the caterpillars. There's some more eggs. There's some caterpillars. So under the Dutchman's pipe vine, there are two Kaimitos, but they do not like the sun, so they're getting protection. So there's Ippolito and Lara House Purple. Really good. King's Mantle. Look at all the pretty heliconia. This is Golden Torch. We're starting to tie down these branches. This is a white sapote, the Campbell variety. We've got cranberry hibiscus. This is an ice cream bean. It's going to protect from sun. We have monstera back there. Here's our dragon fruit. We had a flower on it, but of course the night that the flower opened, it rained, so that was unfortunate. On this island, which is the perfume, There is Oliver Loquat, and this is a Choquette avocado. And then we have different heliconias and canna. This is the Cleopatra canna. The leaves are all different, super cool. And then butterfly ginger. On this island, that is clematis. I made a video about clematis. It's one of my favorites. And this is our Fwang Tongue carambola or star fruit. And it has so many fruit in it. It's starting. It took years, I think 2 years we have any fruit. And now it's finally starting. Still got flowers on it too. Then we have white chocolate jasmine. And then back there is a paper vine and coffee. But this clematis smells so good. See, here's more of those star fruit. Then I have chenille coming back from the cold. And our coffee has coffee beans. This is a tropical lilac. One of my favorites as well. The leaves are fuzzy and the leaves are what smell like lilac. But it's protecting this ackee. Not so much. The ackee is supposed to be the shade tree. But there's a cacao back there under this papaya. So we planted these papayas and an ackee to protect a cacao. And then this is Pineapple Pleasure, humongous mango. Random papaya seedling. This is another sapodilla. I think this is maycock. This is sherbet berry. It's got blooms coming. There's some berries on it. Back here, that's cochin, but I'm pretty sure the oak tree back there is stealing all of the water. So, and he's in like complete shade under the starburst clerodendron. And then we have our sugarloaf pineapple, and we finally got one pineapple off of it this year. But I want to show you the cacao. How long these leaves are. Underneath the cacao is a pink fire spike. So we have our papaya and the starburst clerodendron, the falsa or sherbet berry, and then here is one of my favorites. This is the Tahitian hat. It has pink and purple flowers. All the blooms are up there, but there's kind of one. There's red fire spike back there. This is a Ronnie avocado. It doesn't have any avocados on it yet. And underneath that is lobster claw heliconia. We have Seminole pumpkins. They're volunteers. We've got Chief Kubo South Sea Salad Tree. And that's an Aru canistel as well as a papaya. Ceci is growing everywhere. Other stuff that we changed this month, this was a fake San Pablo. Well, it was a seedling and it was not good, so we replaced that. That's now a Tice Mulberry. And we added a new type of guava back there because that guava is just dying. And all along the fence back there is shampoo ginger. And we have a rosy gold mango. But right here, this is a Ippolito, I think. We've got Ippolito, Burgess, and House Purple. I think this is Ippolito. And she's finally flowering. It took forever for these flowers to open. Hopefully we'll get something on it. And then we planted the Triumph Persimmon, and there was a pink salvia, but it died. And we have a patanga tuba and a golden nugget jackfruit. And then here is another sapodilla. This is Molish. And there's a few fruit on him. And a grasshopper. In this raised bed, we have butterfly pea vine. It just kind of grows back every year. And then there's another custard apple. This custard apple was really good. I think we have to come out and pollinate it, hand pollinate it. But this one tastes like raspberry yogurt. It's really good. In the raised beds, we all had strawberries, but strawberries, I don't know, they're supposed to be from the University of Florida, but these beds, even with a shade cloth, they just died. They have irrigation and a shade cloth, but it's just too much for them. Here's where our little nursery starts, and then it moves to our nursery, which is not at our house. And then we've got the bougainvillea. This is another Campbell white sapote. In this bed we've got turmeric, and then there is a blue jade vine. Let's walk around. This was Nam Doc Mai, and we heavily pruned it, and we decided that we didn't want Nam Doc Mai, and we top worked it to Phoenix. This is Phoenix. And I think maybe those three are Phoenix and these two are Sunrise. I think that's it. But you can see they're working. It's working, it's working. Over here we have a Gefner Atamoya. There's a few fruit on him. The zinnia. Pretty much what I use the beds for is just zinnias. In this front section we have sugar apple. I've been harvesting and eating so many sugar apples. I think I'm just going to start making like an ice cream or something. So whenever they start to swell up like that and you can see the segments, they're ready to pick, and then you can ripen them on the counter. This is a Kampong Mauve, at least we bought it, but it's starting to bring out these pink colors. I guess it was a seedling, but now we're getting these pink colors. This is Lula avocado. She's got avocados in her. There were a bunch. Oh, there they are. So this is Lula. We had a whole bunch last year, and now a whole bunch this year. This is a Canistel. This is Trompo, and it has some fruit on him. And then we have Simmons avocado. These are monsters. We've been eating Simmons. And then Ariel's been buying native passion vine. So we're looking at the flowers and trying to cross-pollinate things. And we have ice cream mango, more zinnias in the bed. This is a Miami soursop, but it's in a pot and it is very much not happy. In this front corner, I take the bougainvilleas and I cut them back pretty hard. There is a Mame. There's two of them, and Lorito is one of them, and I can't tell you what the other one is. I don't talk about them enough. And then more zinnia. Again, we got sugarcane. This is another white sapote. This is double grafted. See, I grafted it here. This is young hands, and I grafted redland to it. I've got root beer plant. If you plant it, keep it in a pot because it pops up everywhere. And I planted one of my new favorites. This is a clock vine. This is just a clock vine. It's going to be amazing. And next to the front driveway, that is an elephant yam. I'm waiting for it to flower, maybe next year. And then we have another sapodilla. This is Morena. There's a few fruit on it. And then a critter came and got one of them. And then the last tree we have to show off, this is a jujube. This is the Thai giant. And it's a giant. Very, very, very fast growing tree. It had some fruit on it. And some flowers, but I don't know where. Anyway, that's it for our tour. I got to get back inside and check on Mr. Stanley. Thank you so much for watching our video today. Hope that you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next one.